Hey everybody, welcome to the Vitruvian Live. Today is Thursday, October 29th. It has been a while since my last episode. Life is happening. Elisa is home without a job, sadly enough. She's trying to find another job. Even it will be hard with her situation, being pregnant and all that stuff, and being, well, in these crazy times. But hey, we'll see. So that's some reasons why I haven't posted a lot this last week. But I want to talk about something today. And today I want to talk about a look back at the online conventions that we had this year. So we now had Spiel Digital, which was maybe the biggest online convention or the best organized one. I want to build this episode around a blog that Ignacy Cevicek wrote, the president of Portal Games, who was of course also very much involved in all these online conventions. And he has his blog on Board Game Geek that you can read. And he wrote an article about the conventions called Spiel Digital as a Manifest of Virtual Limitations. And I will put a link to that post in the description of this video. Now, he has some things he said, and he said, well, first of all, about Spiel Digital itself, there was this exhibitor hall where you could go on their website, and there were all these rooms, and you could choose either to choose it from publishers or from game types, family games, expert games, puzzles even, and all that stuff. And a lot of people apparently were commenting about that and weren't very happy. And he says that it was kind of like walking around in hallways, but faster. You could click on any one of them, like you visiting another booth, and you could see everything in one view. You could see what they had for sale and what games they were releasing. And I must say I was also a little bit confused about the site and about how it worked. I was like, do I really have to click on all these things? And I didn't feel like that. Now, bear with me. There are reasons why I don't feel that way. But anyway, he thought it was a cool way to still visit different booths and see what was going on, and I understand what he's saying for sure. Okay, so then he's talking about hidden games on booths, which is of course it's harder to find, because as he says, there hasn't been any hidden gems this year. So most of the times at Spiel there are these games that come out of nowhere and surprise everybody, and it's the hype of the con. I think he's talking about Aquatica or Spyfall, for example. Those were indeed games that were under the radar and surprised everybody. This year, not such of those games, and yeah, that's because you don't see you don't see them in real life. These games, you're not walking around and what's this? And figure out, hey, this looks cool, and then the word gets around at the convention, and all people want that game suddenly. You have these, and you have people from social media posting stuff like, wow, I found this surprisingly good, awesome game that nobody knew about, and then everybody wants that game. There's no game like that this year, because there are no people stumbling upon that super duper game that nobody knew about. And then for me, a very big part of this one, and I think I'm going to leave that for last. I'm going to leave this part for last. Then he says publisher disrespected players, because apparently, and I didn't know this because I will talk about it later, I didn't walk around the virtual convention honestly, but he says publishers disrespected players because a lot of publishers didn't do a lot of effort. You had this apparently awesome hub that was built for Spiel Digital, where you could do anything. You could link to anything. You could dress it up like you wanted. You could do promotions. You could do videos. You could live stream. And a lot of publishers just didn't do that. They didn't use the possibilities of this Spiel Digital website, which was very sad. And for many people, if they clicked on that publisher, it had no appeal, and I guess that also influenced their wish to browse further. Maybe it might be something like that. Buying games was easy apparently, so there was this cool way that you had one site or one page where you could find any game and buy it from I think it was Spieleoffensiv and Pegasus Spiele. They had most of the things in stock, so you could buy it from there. Also, most publishers had a link to their own web store, and most publishers, well, bigger publishers I guess, had some promotions for shipping and all that stuff. So it was apparently easy to buy games. I didn't buy any one. I will talk about that later. So buying games lost the charm, he says, and exactly. So if you cannot even stand in line to buy a game, see people getting the game, and you're eager to, soon it's my turn to finally get that game in my hands. Games that you pre-ordered, you can go to that booth and with the paper and says, hey, I pre-ordered this game. Finally I can have it. I can walk around with it, because it's a lot of work buying a lot of games at Spiel, walking around with the big bags of games. Most of the time I fill two bags and I walk to my car, put everything in the car and go back to the convention. And even though it is very tiresome, honestly, it is also so much fun realizing that you finally have those games. Oh man, and finally be able to play it. You can already see the box, have it in your hands, read the back, and if you want you can open it. You can already see the pieces. You can get it signed by designers, by artists and all that stuff. That wasn't here, of course, because it's all virtual. So his conclusion in the end was it was the best online convention or virtual convention of this year. They also had the most time to prepare, but they used their time pretty well, and it looked like it was pretty well done. And I've seen the other conventions that were online conventions that were this year, and I must also admit, even though I didn't really attend this, it looked much better. And his questions are: was it enough? And is it even possible to become more like a real convention? And I'm not sure, but let's first talk about one part that I skipped. He says it's an introvert's dream come true. Now, some introverts maybe yes, so you don't have to visit a booth, you don't have to chit-chat with someone you don't know, nobody asks if you need help and all that stuff. There's no rush, no crowd. It's only you and all the information about the game that you need. And Ignacy loved it. And for me, not so much. So, my conclusion about virtual conventions is it's not for me. It's just not for me. I don't like clicking my way through links, going on Discord, chatting with people that I don't know, that I can't even see. Going on Tabletopia or Tabletop Simulator to get demos. It doesn't work for me. If I'm at a convention in real life, then everybody is there for the same reason. And somehow I can put a big part of my introvert nature, because I am a big introvert, folks. I can put that aside and still enjoy company, enjoy people that I don't know. I can give demos to people that I don't know, and I love doing that. I love explaining games to them, to all these people, and I never met those people before, and they expect something from me, and somehow I'm not really nervous about it. I love doing it. I love walking around in the hallways. I love standing next to a table, just look at people playing a game and trying to see how they're reacting to the game, if they're liking it, and if they do, I want to know more about that game, and maybe I do a demo. Now, I don't do that often, then my introvert nature kicks in if I have to sit at a table with strangers to play a demo myself. Is somehow different than when I give a demo. But anyway, for me it wasn't the introvert's dream at all. I didn't like the idea of having to go online and get a demo from a person that I couldn't see. It's like having a phone call with a stranger. I don't like that at all, and for me it was something that just didn't click for me. And honestly, the whole idea of online conventions didn't click for me either. As I said, I haven't bought any game at Spiel Digital because, well, there are some games that interest me, but I don't get the excitement of a real convention, of getting all these games. I can order these games very soon, or maybe even now already, at my local game store or online store, maybe even cheaper than during the convention, and when I want, whatever, when I feel like doing that, when I have the money for it. And at that moment I don't need that convention, and I could just do with a complete list of all the releases of all the games that have been shown at Spiel, and just click my way through it and find information that way when I have some time. So for me, virtual conventions are kind of a no-go, sadly enough. I wish it was different, and I really look forward to have real conventions again. That's a different story. If I'm honest, I think that will take a long time before that will happen. I don't see big conventions in 2021, honestly, the way situation is at this moment. And I miss it. I miss it quite a bit. And for me, virtual conventions are not a real substitution for that. Anyway, have you been online and joined the Spiel Digital convention? I hope you did. I hope you're different than me, and I hope you had a great time, learned new games, discovered new games, did online plays on Tabletopia and all that stuff, and had fun chatting in Discord, different Discord channels and all that jazz, watching playthroughs, live streams, and all that stuff. I hope you enjoyed it, and good for you. I'm really happy for you, but for me it isn't what I like, and I'm sad about that, honestly. I wish I was one of the people that did enjoy those things quite a bit, but sadly enough, I will have to be very patient and hope that the world gets back to normal someday, and conventions are a thing again. We'll see, future will tell, and that's when I see you next time. Please leave comments below how your digital conventions were this year, and how you felt about those, and maybe if you have ideas of how they can improve this type of conventions, put them in the comments below. I'm very curious about that. And if you bought any awesome games, also put it in the comments below. And that's it for today, folks. Thank you for watching. This is a longer episode. It's to make up for being away for a while. Go check out my unboxing video of the big game of Lord of the Rings, the collector's edition of War of the Ring. If you haven't seen it, it's pretty cool to watch. I'm still in love, especially with this piece of scenery. Yeah, that's about it. What will future bring? I don't know. We're thinking about painting Nemesis, so I just ordered some paint, and that's going to be crazy stuff. Maybe I'll do a video about that in the future. Who knows? Not promising anything. Have a great day. Have a great weekend soon. It's almost weekend, and I will see you all next time. See you soon. Bye bye.